YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. What do we have here? It's boats. Yes, that's right. China sent us these in the middle of winter for our pool, which is super yummy and clean. But something happened this winter. We had a pond dug. And so it's like half full and it's been like 10 days.
Yes.
Seriously, no exaggeration. Millions of gallons of water. So we figured we'd go ahead and use these right now. Right there.
Oh.
And we'll try this first. And we'll hope it works because I just threw those down. Seriously, double fisting it, guys. Oh yeah, amazing. Okay, so let's see which one do I have? I got the red one. So we're just gonna drive this. Does the reverse work? Yep, it's a little slow. I set the dual rates all the way up, or the steering trim. So if you guys have one of these little pools with super dirty water like ours, then you might enjoy this thing. It's super fun. It's supposed to go 30 kilometers an hour. So what I wanted to do is I just wanted to see how it did in a small pool first. Reverse does move, but it's very slow.
Very slowly.
Okay. And as you can see, we've got LEDs on there. Now you can turn those on and off remotely by pressing this button. It takes about a second for it to shut off, which we've seen in other different crafts. We're gonna go down there and give you guys a shot here in a minute. As you can see, it's got proportional steering. It's pretty good. It's got a nice tilt to it when you do turn. Obviously makes a little bit of a wake. Seems like the red one's a little faster. I don't know why that is.
It sounds a little bit different.
Yeah, it sounds like it's got some schmutz in it. But all I've got to say is they both have good left, good right. Definitely got enough control authority. The reverse works, but again, it's just kind of reserved, and you can still steer when you're going backward. And it doesn't seem like you could possibly flip this boat upside down. So we're gonna pause and go down by the disgusting water and show you. Okay, so this is what they're designed for, is in a pool like this. How big is our pool, camera crew?
It's only a 14 foot, and then it's like 36 inches deep. It's tiny.
Well, and it's 36 inches deep when it's full.
When it's
right
full,
now,
yeah,
it's not
only about
full.
half full.
And it's right at the beginning of the season. So like we haven't even gone through the trouble of cleaning this thing yet. We got to put chemicals and all that good stuff. But what we're excited about is we're going to be able to show you these things for our virgin run in the pond right now. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, folks, so we're just gonna give you a quick overview. This is not full yet, but we have about 10 days of water in here. It's gonna be 25 feet deep. The drain is actually hidden by the trees right now, but that sets the height, okay? This is called a silt dam. So it's 160 tons of rock. So about 240,000 pounds of rock. And it's gonna stop this crap from going that direction. It's gonna catch it underwater. This is just all the debris and stuff that's on the side of the hills. They still have a little bit more work to do, obviously, on this side, which is surprising to us. But just wanted to give you a quick overview of how this fills. And it fills right here from an ephemeral stream. Ephemeral means it's not a seasonal stream. And so it's gonna be filling it in all the time whenever there's a rain event. And then a little bit of seasonal stuff here and there, but it would be called a perennial stream if it was actually always flowing. On the other side of that hill, the tree line that we fly over all the time, there's a stream that's fed by about 2.5 times as much land as this stream. This is about 48 acres worth of water coming in, and then we add about 7 more acres to it here, okay? So in case you're curious about the specs on this pond, that schmutz is there because the wind is blowing it, and that's what it looks like right now. It's gonna be about triple the water volume that you see right now, maybe quadruple, because it does go down to the deep end down there. So this is gonna overfill and be underwater. So we're gonna throw the boats in as soon as we get set. Okay, so we wanna show you the whole process of using these cool boats, the LEDs and everything. I'm just gonna throw it out there, and that's pretty much all you have to do. And then I have to figure out which one I've got, because the camera crew has the blue one. So we'll just go ahead and, just for the sake of the video, we'll throw that one out there. And that's one of the beautiful things about these little boats, is that you don't need to do a lot of prep work. You just go and have fun. Oh yeah! As you can see, definitely creating the first virgin wake. So guys, that looks so sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Guys, the first time we've played with an RC anything on this. It's gonna be so much fun, folks. And for those of you that don't know, I used to live on a piece of property that had, do you hear the frogs?
Yeah.
I used to live on a piece of property. We had a little 1/2 acre, 3/4 of an acre pond. This one's gonna be about 0.81 acres. And so it's gonna be super fun. And that is a pretty good speed for a little 500 milliamp hour. It's a 2S, but it's not a lithium polymer. It's a lithium ion battery, okay? So when you get ready to charge, we found about a 40-minute charge cycle, but that was with a 4-volt storage voltage. My guess is you guys are gonna wear out the batteries. And so after you're done driving them, let's see if we can make one of those wake things. Oh, that's so cool. Look at the wakes where they all intersect. That is as tight as I can go. So trying to make that little wake turbulence area there. I'm gonna slow down, see if I can tighten it up at all. Nope, that's pretty much all you can get. Let's see if we can shore it. Yes, you can. Super fun. And as you can see, all these lines are both erosion and where the track marks were. And so obviously in our case, this is brand new. We're gonna have a shore eventually, and you wanna give them a shot back there too.
So that'll all be underwater. All the rocks will be underwater.
So Volantex has made a nice little product here. Don't forget, if you decide to get something like this, buy it from the links in the video description below. You can help support Brian Phillips RC and what we do on this channel, which is basically unbox, build, and radio setup. And then you guys get to see how they turn out and if they're as good as they say they're gonna be. And I gotta say, so far pretty impressed. The red one seemed to be a lot better than the blue one. So let's go ahead and show you the red one just a little bit more. You can drive it. Let's see if we can unshore it. Come on. That's full reverse, guys. It looks like it's getting it. It's just gonna take a second. It's pulling it slowly.
It is moving a little bit.
A little bit of rudder action, a little bit of reverse, a little bit of rudder action.
Ooh,
it is
so
slower in reverse, folks. Now I'm gonna go full bore and get all that crap out of the motor. And I'm slowing it down on purpose. Obviously, like with normal boats, you gotta get up on a plane for it to actually drive efficiently. Now it said brushless motor in the manual, totally wrong. This is a brushed motor. It's got 2 wires that go into it. So make no mistake, man, I got bounced on that wake bad. So I would say so far so good. Really fun process. Driving these things around, we could turn them into little savior boats. Definitely the blue one's slower. I don't know why that is. But as you can see, there's water shooting out the side. Do you see that?
I do.
So that must be water cooled. So you guys see that little water jet that comes out the side? That is super cool. So it is water cooled, evidently. Or there wouldn't be a blue thing coming out the side. Now this one's considerably quieter.
I'm curious how it's going to handle it when the batteries get low.
I don't know. Worst case scenario, you just leave them out there.
Wait till they float to one side.
Now let's reverse on this one. Very reserved, but it's good control authority,
Does work,
surprisingly.
though. Yeah.
Even if you want to go around plants. Let's see if I can shore it without getting stuck, okay? So I've got it shored. Now I'm gonna go back to the red one. You guys see what I'm talking about? Look how much faster that is. Same batteries, same motor, same example of product. I do need a little bit of trim, so let's show how to trim here. We've got over here throttle dual rates, steering dual rates, which we've turned all the way up, and then steering trim. So I'm gonna just drive forward. It's kind of favoring, let's bring it over into shot here. Okay, so it's favoring that way.
I can see both.
Okay, so that looks like we're pretty close. I'm gonna back up a little bit here. Try again. Well, that's going pretty straight now.
Better.
Yeah, it's really good. It's got decent control authority. I love the controllability. I didn't think it was gonna be near this good. It's really fun, to be honest. But as you guys know, same thing is true, and I did slow it down there with a little bit of reverse thrust. I'm just bringing it right up to the shore. I want to shore it and see if I can do it without actually losing my spot. So we're so excited to be bringing you these boats, guys, but really at the end of the day, we're excited to be bringing you the pond, okay? Because the pond is something that I've been wanting to do ever since we brought our family out to this piece of property. And it's just really exciting to be bringing it to you here live. Now, we're underwater right now. We're gonna have water about to our head because that drain is gonna set the water level right in front of this tree line.
Here.
So show them where all the
Pink
purple
flag.
flowers are.
Yep, right up to the edge of these purple
It's gonna
flowers.
be so
behind me.
pretty, guys, and we cannot wait to share it. Obviously, we're gonna do float planes, we're gonna do boats, we're gonna do all the normal stuff that we've done in the past, but it's just gonna take it up another notch. And then if you didn't already know this, the dam is going to be a runway. You see the swales in it, so there's low points on either side because there is no overflow yet. We have 2 emergency overflow pipes sitting up over the crest of that hill in about, well, I don't know, 1,000 feet over.
Yeah.
Those are gonna be situated so that it is 30 inches times 2 in addition to the 36. Our kid was in there sweeping because they thought it'd be fun to throw a bunch of mud in there. And so I was like, yeah, don't do that anymore. So they were sweeping that out earlier. It was awesome, but it was hilarious. My son's in there all crouched over and he's got like a broom. It was hilarious. I took pictures. I wanna show you, but I'm not gonna show you right now. So there's gonna be 2 more of those things and they're only gonna be 5 inches up. So the water level should ebb and flow very little and it's gonna be really nice, but that's gonna make for a really flat dam and that's gonna be another runway that's at about 110 degrees from our main runway that you guys are used to seeing in front of the house. The main runway is 275 feet, curb to curb, even though it's not a curb, it's actually a turn. And so from the center of the turn to the end of the driveway with a little bit of a grade, okay? That's gonna extend out to a helipad. The helipad is gonna offer as a transition into this so I can pull trailers down there, okay? And then eventually the dam gift shop is gonna be right where that pile of trees is, okay? So when I say the dam gift shop, I mean a 60 by 80 by 20 building if all goes to plan. It might be a little bit different than that design. But the reason we tell you all this stuff is because it's not just RC boats, it's not just RC planes, it's not just helis and quads and VTOLs and leaf blowers and tractors. It's just all sorts of cool things. And we just want to share this amazing experience with you. And without further ado, let's take this red one out for another spin. So camera crew, do you want to try it real quick and I'll film you driving?
Sure. That sounds like a terrible plan, but yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just get you out in the middle and then
Now
there
the
you
battery
go.
will die like while I'm flying.
Yes.
While I'm flying.
It'll be the camera crews.
It'll be my fault.
The elusive camera crew. Give her full throttle.
Okay, that's full throttle.
Yeah, it's easy,
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, see, I can do this.
So if you can handle
So make me
this,
fly.
camera crew, you can handle a float plane, right?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Just try not to shore it, please.
I'll try. That is kind of really fun, actually.
It is really fun. The kids have
Yeah.
been begging us to do these, and we've been
Yes.
so busy preparing for Jonal. You guys are probably seeing this just after Jonal, right?
Yeah, probably so. We'll
Now-
just gotten back.
Hold on a sec. Is there a yellow light on this one?
A yellow light.
On the back? Or was that a reflection?
I think it's the reflection on the sticker. There's a quality control
Oh,
sticker
yeah,
on the
yeah,
left.
that's what it was.
hitting
And then
the
the sun
sun.
is right up there. Okay.
Okay, this is kind of fun.
I told you it was fun. And so we have 2 of them, and it's gonna be so much fun, guys.
Let me try and park back over here.
Yeah, try bringing it up. Back it up a little and see how it is.
Oh. Yeah, that's definitely. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it kind of
goes,
dips.
though.
It dips the bow down in
Yeah.
there. And remember, just don't go way up on shore because then you can back right back
I just
out.
don't want to run like right into a plant either.
I know, and it's funny because we got all these little plants. Perfect.
Well, and we thought it was going to take way longer for all of this to fill up, and we've had massive amounts of rain for what
Well,
we normally get.
It's not really massive amounts of rain for spring. It's just that we've been exceptionally dry.
Yes, for the last like 2 years.
And so while we continue to talk about this, guys, we just want to make sure you understand where our hearts are with this whole thing. We really appreciate you being here with us. We appreciate being able to share all this cool stuff that we're doing in our real world. Our everyday experience here on Brian Phillips RC is all about trying to get people into the hobby, to expand the hobby, to bring you better and more content that's going to be actionable and good. Guys, we're not going to the park, we're going in the backyard because that's our park. And we love the fact that it's our park. We get to control it. We get to make it as cool as we want. And we're not going to be depending on a bunch of bureaucrats to make it happen for us. Because at the end of the day, there are some pretty amazing parks around here, but I don't want to go out there and spoil it for somebody else that's out there trying to make a quiet time with their family. You see it spraying out the side, guys? Mm-hmm. I'm going to turn to the right and you guys will see it a little bit. See the suction line? It just takes a second for it to get enough pressure. See, there it goes, out the left side.
Yep.
This is like surprisingly awesome.
It is really cool.
I thought it was gonna be the lamest thing ever and I was gonna be bored of it in 30 seconds.
No, it's like super fun,
And
actually.
guys, you know why I love this? Okay? Do you hear the wind? Do you feel the wind? Not really, because we're kind of down in the bowl right now. And by the way, if you know, when we fly, that's the bowl over there. We're in it and then some.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're under the bowl.
We're under the bowl. So it's really cool to be able to share all this with you. And we just want you guys to know we're doing it so that it's going to be amazing for you. Obviously for us too, because we get to use it. And we want you guys to know that there's going to be so much more new and exciting content to come on Brian Phillips RC. So while you're seeing a video that's talking about some vector boats from Volantex, we're really showing you guys a big and cool and exciting upgrade in the Brian Phillips RC experience. And so we hope you guys enjoy it, and you'll come to find that it's actually going to bring you value in your own personal RC experience, whether it's flying fixed wing, helicopters, quads, VTOLs, or leaf blowers and lawn maintenance equipment. I mean, we do a lot of different stuff on this channel. Part of it is to help share how we are doing this, and part of it is to share the enjoyment of what we've done, okay? And so we really appreciate you guys being here, and we can't wait to share the finished project. We couldn't let this go without showing the steps, because it's never gonna be seen again, not by us and not by you. Because once this is underwater, that's what it is, okay? And it's gonna be awesome, and it's gonna be a lot bigger, and it's gonna be still pretty awesome. But this is cool because it's the first and only time, and it's only gonna last for evidently 20 or 30 days, because 10 days gets you this much. Just think what 20 gets you. I mean, the volume of water is probably 3 times. But once he gets in here and shapes this side of the shore, starts over topping that with black soil, there's gonna be seed in it, and it's gonna be basically done.
The dam will be 5 feet taller than what you see now.
You can see where they've roughed in.
Yep.
That's
Over
roughly
here.
where it's gonna
Roughly the height
transition
of it.
into the earth where it was before.
Yep.
And so that's where the dam runway is gonna be. And if you guys haven't heard about it yet, now you're hearing about it for the first time. And so we hope you understand the vision, because it is gonna be super exciting. And so if you guys have questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer them. These Volantex vector boats are super fun. I had no idea. I thought they were gonna be super lame, but admittedly, even in the pool, it was pretty fun. But this is way more fun. So if you have a small lake, or if you have a pond, or if you have like a retention pond that's in a parking lot, you know, near where you live or whatever, just grab these things. I stuck both of them in my pockets and carried the transmitters out here to film. Now, obviously on the way home, it's gonna be a little harder because you need to open them up and drain the water. Do keep them dry. These things come completely ready to run, with the exception of charging those batteries. We got 2 in each kit. We got all the AA's, which come provided. Okay, ABG batteries, one of the best brands you can get online in China. And gotta say, just there's nothing left wanting in this product. It's well done. The only thing I don't like is the fact that they said it was a brushless motor when it is clearly a brushed motor. Okay, now you know Brian Phillips RC is gonna set them straight. But when you get ready to buy it, just look at the links. We'll get you, actually, we'll probably have a couple links on this one, won't we? Like an Amazon
Probably
link,
Amazon,
and then an X hobby.
Yep, which
So
is
the manufacturer,
Volantex
the
manufacturer.
mothership.
Yep,
So,
mothership.
all right, guys, Volantex vector boats,
Very cool.
amazing, super fun. Kids are dying to get out here and run them. So we're gonna call it quits for now. We appreciate you guys. If you want to support us in ways that are not buying this particular boat, you can buy one of the thousands of other products we reviewed. And if you're looking for one, but you don't want to go through YouTube playlists, which is challenging because they're hard to word search, you got to get it exactly right when you're typing it in. You can head on over to brianphillipsrc.com. That's our website and our domain. And you can actually check by vehicle type, by brand, affiliate, hobby shop, mom, pop shop, whoever it is we worked with on a particular product. And that's how you can find it. You'll see a link to the playlist. So if there's more than one video, you'll be able to find it really easy. And then you can also buy it from there too. They'll have links that are right there, ready to rock and roll. And here on Brian Phillips RC, we really do have a passion for this hobby. We're not just doing it because it's like a free plane or some stupid thing like that. For God's sakes, there ain't nothing free about what we've done here.
Way past that.
Yeah, we are so far beyond it. It's ridiculous. We're talking retirement accounts beyond that. So the truth is, we love this hobby. Well, at least I do. And my wife is super supportive and lets me get away with it for now. But she has so many burial plots back here. So please keep me out of the doghouse.
This is gonna be a deep pond.
That's right. That's the truth. All right, guys, that's all you get for today. Thanks so much for staying tuned. There's also an unbox right away on this very video. But if it's something else you're looking for, check out the playlist on Brian Phillips RC. We'll help get you in front of the right product. Again, we never care which one you get, just so long as you get what you're ready for right now. And we're gonna help you find it. And we'll help you sort through the millions of choices online, because there are a million. And most of them are garbage. Well, not most of them. Let's say 50-50 shot of success. We're gonna help you sort through the 50-50 shot. If we can't make it work, you're probably not gonna have good success. So just watch us do it. If you don't like the way things went, pick something different. Okay, guys? That's all I got to say. We wanna help you have success in RC. Thanks for watching. Unbox next. So we're just gonna give you guys a shot of the boys driving. Obviously, they can't get enough of this sort of thing. It is gonna be so much fun. They took to it immediately. And it is really fun. When there's more than one person driving, it's like twice as fun times 2. So it's not just more fun because there's more people doing it. It's more fun because you can race each other and jump each other's wakes and all that stuff. And it's so much fun. My daughter over here is dying to drive. So we're gonna switch drivers here pretty quick. Ah, yes, and see, they didn't even flip. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. So do you like it? Is it awesome? Yeah? Is it everything you wanted it to be?
Who's driving the blue?
Me.
What do you think? Is it pretty fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was way better than what we thought it was gonna be. And we did drive them in the pool, and I threw them from the deck down, and they were fine. So you just hand launch them into the water. But they look dang good when they're together. Oh, okay, here, I'll take over. Okay, guys, that's what it looks like when it gets low. It's got a little flashing light on the side. And so what you wanna do is bring it up and shore it.
Good catch, bud.
That is really cool. And I'll show you how hard it is to get it out of the pond. It's not that hard unless you fall in. And so this is the time where you wanna definitely get it if I fall in.
Okay.
Okay? Oh. Just remember, don't cut yourself. And as you can see, when you get it out of the water, then all you have to do is basically have the camera crew hold your transmitter, and you can pop this open. And there you go, just a little bit of water has gotten in. Shake that little bit of water out, and there you have it, guys. Pretty simple stuff.
Nice.
All right, stay tuned. Unbox next. YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. We're gonna open this box right now. It came in the dead of winter. In the dead of winter in Iowa.
Yeah, in Iowa.
For our pool. Yes, we got 2 of them. 30 kilometers per hour. Yeah, so basically what we got here is these are small little boats that you can get that are gonna be super fun for your pool. But we have our special reasons. What is this? Keep your gift a surprise.
Oh, okay. So I'm not surprised now.
Oh, it's like, yeah, this is like our gift receipt from the company who sent it. Yeah, thanks for that. Okay, we're just gonna throw that in there. So what do we have here? From Volantex RC, we've got a couple of boats. These are supposed to be designed to go in small pools, okay? What we're gonna do is we're just gonna show you our pool.
Oh, are we?
Are we?
Not really gonna show them our pool, are we?
Well, we can if you want.
If we had the green boat, it will blend in and you won't, it'll be like a camouflage.
Let's just say it's gross.
It's not been opened yet for the season.
Not been opened.
We live in Iowa.
Trust me, it's opened enough. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a manual. You want to show them that for 2 seconds?
Yes.
Wow, this comes with everything.
Amazing.
It looks like.
Oh.
What does this
Wow,
say?
these are really small.
Okay. So you have a remote control pistol grip style. Pistol trigger's not broken off. That's always kind of handy. Okay. Then we have what appears to be some sort of like a toolkit, a spare prop, charger cable, USB Li. Lithium ion? Lithium ion? I don't know. There's that. Oh yeah, look at this lithium ion, like I said. So lithium ion batteries.
2 batteries, nice.
Yeah, but it is kind of weird because there's like 4 wires. Why the heck is there 4 wires? So that's very weird. Well, let's get this plugged in right now so we can get the batteries charging. We're gonna pause and grab an adapter. All right, this doesn't come with the package deal, okay? So I'm just gonna plug this in USB-A. It looks like this is calling for 5 volts at up to 2 amps, and it's gonna charge at about 800 milliamps at 7.4 volts. So that'd be like 2S level. And I'm trying to give you guys a shot of if there's lights or not. I don't see any lights yet.
Yeah.
Yep, when we plug it in, there's a light on this side. You can kind of see it from the top. It goes to a red color condition. And this is a boat stand, okay? So that's there, comes with a boat stand. Comes with this little tool, it's like a wrench, multi-tool wrench. And 500 milliamp hours on these are 15C packs. So, but because it's got this weird connector, it's not like we can just throw a regular lithium polymer pack in there. And remember, with a boat, you need a little bit of weight down in the bottom of the boat to help keep it. And it did come with batteries, so that's pretty sweet.
Nice.
ABG, yeah, ABG as opposed to ABC.
As opposed to Harbor Freight.
Listen, these are probably nicer than the Harbor Freight batteries. This is probably a big upgrade. I can tell because they're heavier. Okay, so we're gonna put these in the transmitter. The flat goes to the spring. If you guys are brand new to Brian Phillips RC, we unbox, build, and radio set up these things, which makes our videos a little bit longer than some of the other options on YouTube. And so we appreciate you watching. If you want to help support us, follow the links in the video description below. It'll help support us financially. And also smash the like button. Is there a power button on this? Oh, yeah, there. So it says off. Now it's on. LED. Okay. Forward, backward, turn, left, right. Simulated brake caliper and everything there. Steering trim, reverse, throttle, dual rates, and then steering dual rates, okay? So that's there, comes with everything you need so far, which is pretty sweet because you don't even need to provide the transmitter batteries, so that's nice. And obviously the money shot's coming with the boat. Like I said, if you're brand new to Brian Phillips RC, we unbox, build them, and radio set up the planes that we're doing. Obviously this is not a plane. Looks pretty sweet.
That was really small.
Super dinky. And there's gonna be LEDs on the side too. And it's real heavy, like surprisingly heavy.
Really?
Feel it. Yeah.
Oh,
important, must read. Very important. Do not use in salty water.
Oh.
If do, wash the product with fresh water and wipe up all the components completely. Use grease to maintain the drive shaft. There you go, must read. Okay, so if you're using this in salty water, you need to clean it after you're done using it.
What about green water?
Green water is okay.
Okay, good.
So this is technically ready to run. It's gonna go supposedly 30 kilometers an hour, which 30 kilometers an hour is pretty reasonable. It's showing a proportional servo control for the steering right there, and interchangeable components, meaning it comes with a drive shaft and then LEDs, as well as a brushless power system. That does not look brushless to me. Is that really brushless? Let's open it up.
Are you questioning the Chinese marketing on the box?
Yes, I am. Okay, so that is most definitely not a brushless motor. How the heck are they allowed to say that crap? That is not a brushless motor. That's not brushless.
Brushless power system.
That is brushed by definition.
How do you know?
That's a brushed motor. I can tell from looking at it. It is totally a brushed motor. What a bunch of BS. You can't do that with 2 wires. Guys, if you're buying this, Volantex, fix your media. This is a brushed motor. That ticks me off. All right, there you go. Servo, 9-gram servo. Looks like a little trim adjustment here. You just squeeze that with a pair of needle nose pliers. Got a little bit of a grommet-y sort of outlet. Okay, so then this is gonna have plenty of thrust and authority right next to the rudder. And then we have these things that are gonna kind of keep it from hopefully flipping over. See if the output shaft is greased. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, most definitely, that is a brushed motor, 100% sure of it. And then there's the receiver, multi-purpose brick. It's got one little mount that holds it down. And we'll see how it works. It looks pretty simple. This battery is not the one we're probably gonna drive with because we've got one charging, and there's a little bit of foam right here. So when we go to lay this in here, that's gonna go right down by the drive shaft. Why would you want the wire to be right next to the drive shaft? That can't be right. You see what I'm talking about there, camera crew? Mm-hmm. See, look where the wire goes. It's like by the drive shaft next to the output shaft of the servo. but whatever. I don't really care.
If it works, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So that being said, only complaint so far is the fact that they outright lie on the packaging. That's pretty standard on some of this Chinese stuff. But that's why you come to a channel like Brian Phillips RC, because we're going to tell you the way that it really is, because we don't care what item you buy, just as long as you're buying something amazing that makes you happy in the RC realm. And obviously we want to share our experience with you and see if it's any good. All right, so without further ado, we're going to pause, get the batteries charged, and come right back. All right, folks, so we've got everything opened up. Obviously we got two boats here. They come in green, red, and blue. As you can see here, we've got the red and the blue, and then the LED strips are turned on and off remotely by this button, okay? So when you go to load everything, just take note of this. There's a strip that kind of keeps some of the water out, but just remember, we're gonna have camera crew is gonna read you some highlights about the maintenance of the shaft.
It's important to always replace the shaft when it's damaged or shows visible wear or injury. And lubricating your shaft is vital to the life of the drivetrain.
Okay. All right. I'm glad we got that covered. So now also, I just wanted to talk about this. If you guys need to use the provided tool to break off the prop, so basically what you're going to do is pop this out. I just wanted to show you what direction. Give them a close-up shot. You see the direction that this goes?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Looking from the back of the boat, it should be going, is that counterclockwise?
Yes.
Okay. And then this will go in there. Not that one. Not that one, that one. Okay, and then you'll just brace the shaft and pull it off that way. Okay, I'm not gonna take it off now because there's no reason to take it off just quite yet. But my suggestion is when you get settled and wherever you're gonna put your stand, I would stick a double-sided tape or hot glue or something, and then that'll stay in there in your stand, okay? So unlike airplanes, boats are pretty easy to store. And so obviously you've got that provided stand. Now ours came with 2 batteries each. So we have a total of 4 batteries. Charging time is gonna vary depending on how long you run them, but they're lithium ion, not lithium polymer. And just to elaborate on that a little bit more. Now you guys know we use smart chargers a lot because we have a lot of smart batteries, as you can see sitting out here. And one of my biggest gripes is when we have these non-standard type of plugs, okay? So the camera crew is gonna come up close and show you the plug really close. You see this weird non-standard type plug? I believe we have 2 connections here. So what I'm gonna do is, just for grins and giggles, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna get one of our voltage alarms and just see if we can see what we see. So obviously if I take this, see, I wanna talk about polarity too, because look at this. The plus is on that side too, which is weird. So if my negative is over here, I'm just gonna see what we get. Okay, so that's like a 1 cell voltage, 4.0, okay? Now, if I come over here, I can't test that because it's on the wrong polarity, okay? So if you were to go here, you're not gonna get voltage. Yep, that's right. Because basically, you're not gonna, it's not like a regular series connection. This is a very unusual type of battery, okay? So now, as you can see, we got lots of adapters sitting here. We have lots of adapters in here. I have actually built a bunch of different adapters over the years, one of which is really similar to this style, but not quite the same. You see this? This is the same style right here. Okay, excuse me, I'm gonna drop that. It's similar to this, but that's only 2 pins as opposed to 4, okay? So that makes it really difficult to charge these things. So one of the first things I would do if I plan to use this battery a lot, or rather this boat, this watercraft a lot, is I would figure out a way to swap ends so that we can get power into this ESC plug. So let's look at how this works. So this is taking off power from here and from here. So what it's doing is it's making a series out of these 2 individual 1 cell packs. Okay, so this is 1 cell, this is 1 cell. And this makes a series connection by combining these 2 wires. So if you were to undo these 2 pins, pull this out, you could actually replace this with just a 2-pin plug. A 2-pin plug like, say, a JST. And then you could build a JST on here after connecting these 2 together, okay? The trouble is then, how do you charge this? Good question, because you would have to make a parallel connection for a balanced plug, okay? And a balanced plug for a lithium ion or a lithium polymer is gonna look a little something like one of our standard battery packs over here, not a smart pack. So this would be like, this is like what I'm talking about. So we have the main discharge lead here. This is an IC5, a big plug. And then this is a balance lead, okay? So you have like the positive most and you have the negative most, okay? So it would be unusual in an application like this that you would have to do any of that fancy business. But I just wanted to let you guys know if you're into this sort of thing, the reason I bring it up is because I know a lot of you have a JST ended battery and you probably have a lot that are balanced like this, okay? That'd be a 2S LiPo. This happens to be for an XK-A300, not that it matters, but that happens to be a 7.4 volt at 600 milliamp hours. So this is 500, this is 600. So this is bigger and it's just kind of like a different dimensionally. But then I can sit here and charge this on one of my smart chargers or one of my higher quality chargers rather than the included charger, okay? Yeah. So the only reason I bring that to your attention is because I know a lot of you have, and some of you might prefer to go up to a Dean's connector, okay? But just remember, you'll have to build a balanced lead off of here, and then you'll have to build a main discharge lead off of here. So if you're not into that sort of thing, don't do it, okay? Safety first. Remember, batteries are the most dangerous part of our hobby, and these are lithium ion, so they're actually even safer in terms of chemistry than a lithium polymer because of the relatively strong, more robust packs, in my opinion, okay? A lot of our lithium polymers have soft sides because they're in airplanes, because they're light, okay? All right, if you don't know anything about batteries, use a provided charger, you'll be fine. Charge them on a hard surface, charge them where you can keep an eye on them, within earshot, eye shot, preferably both. So if you're working on the computer, charge them while they're in there working. Don't set this on a flammable surface and charge it overnight. You don't want to be a statistic, but truth is, it should be fine, okay? That being said, these things are gonna take a while to charge, so what we're gonna do is we are going to monitor the voltage, and you're probably thinking, but then how do I use a tool like an XPC battery checker? Normally I would take this tool and I would just plug the balance lead in, and then I could see, like even an off-brand pack like that one you use in your example, you can see what the voltage is, okay? So you can see that it's charged. Well, same thing's true with a voltage alarm. How am I gonna know when it's charged because I don't have any apparatus to plug into it? Good question. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to assume that it's balanced, and it probably isn't, and I'm gonna go minus to plus, and I'm gonna just use this and test one cell. See, we're at 4.1, full charge is, so 4.11. So that means we're at 4.1, we were at 4 in storage. And normally you'd be at about 3.8 on a lithium polymer, but this is a lithium ion. Now, also lithium ions can take longer to charge. It just depends on how big of a cell it is, okay? So that's one of the reasons why I would desperately want to charge it here instead of there. The other thing a guy could do, or gal, is you could actually build your own adapter that you can slide into each of these and charge them as separate channels. 2 separate batteries charged separately just through the same connector. Okay, makes sense? If you guys aren't into that sort of thing, like I said, don't do it that way. So that's gonna tell you when you're fully charged, these light conditions will more than likely change to an off. Sometimes they go to a green. I don't know what these are gonna do, and chances are we're not gonna find out either because we wanna get this done before the sun sets. But just so you know, if you do buy these things, you'll be able to get yours like ours with 2 batteries for your boat and the batteries for the transmitter. Granted, we've got 2 of them here. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna plop a battery in here, not fully charged, and we're gonna see what it looks like, okay? This one's on, this one's off. I'm gonna turn them both on just to be safe. I don't know which one's gonna connect. We've never actually attached. Keep your finger away from the prop, just like an airplane. Plug it in first. Oh yes, very cool. Okay, I'm gonna just lay this battery in here. I really prefer to put that lead over.
Forward?
Yeah, I don't want to break off my antenna. You see, I've got that antenna with my ring finger. Just see if I can slide this in here. It does seem like they have all the weight on one side so that it has a tendency to, I don't know if that's a maneuvering decision or if that's, so it can flip over better. But let's go ahead and put the lid back on. Okay. And what they suggest, obviously you turn this little thing and that locks it in. Now that we've got it locked in, we can lay this down. Let's see which one does something. Nothing, nothing. Okay, so if that's the case, then I'm gonna turn one of these off. I'm gonna turn this one off also, and I'm gonna turn it on. I don't know which one's which or if they're bound yet. Yeah, it seems to have bound. Okay, so there you go. So you've got a good amount of throw there. Whoa, yeah. Is there a reverse? Kind of hard to tell. Here, let's slow it down. I'll hold the shaft. Oh, that's not the prop shaft. That's just an exterior shaft. Pretty cool. Now, watch the light. When I press a button, it shuts off, it turns on.
So it's just on or off.
I pressed and held it. I was curious if it changed anything else. Okay, so basically the steering dual rates are gonna change the amount that you can deflect that. Look at that, guys. See, now that's all the way up. It's buzzing, so that's kind of hard on it. Now remember, this is dual rates, not trim. So now you see it barely moves. So if you're going really fast, you'd want to lower the rate, or you might want to lower the rate. Or if you're going really slow, you're going to need more deflection to actually control the boat. So I prefer to have a little bit more control. If you have a kid driving, they might get a little bit over control-y and then flip the boat over. And when you flip over, this thing should weight back down, but you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. So that's the ST.DR, okay? Throttle dual rates, I'm not gonna mess with. And then steering trim is this. So I'm gonna turn it. I'm bumping that with my ring finger. That's gonna change the position of the rudder, okay? So obviously you want that to be more or less centered when you get ready to rock and roll, okay? Now, if you need more adjustment, what you can do, and just be mindful there's no throttle cut on this, like we would have on our airplane, so that prop could start unexpectedly if you're not careful. Okay, so you can see what I've done here too with this wire is I try to keep it away from the motor where it could get warm. This can be pinched with a pair of pliers to make an adjustment. And then also it's kind of got a little bit of a vertical bend in it. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you want more output, you can try to bring this up higher and it would actually move and actuate the rudder further, but just watch out for mechanical binding if there's not clearance out here, okay? So that one's ready to rock and roll. And then this one here, we'll go ahead and unlock it. I just want you guys to see what it looks like. It's the same exact configuration inside. It's literally exactly the same, so that's good and not unexpected. I'm gonna turn this on, make sure we don't have any interference. We're gonna wait for that thing so it stopped flashing. I'm gonna plug this in. I don't know if it's gonna automatically connect or if we'll have to wait. I'm gonna pull the antenna with my ring finger again. I don't know if you guys can tell what I'm doing. I'm just stuffing the cables up into this channel so it's kind of protected. And plus then that gets it away from the prop shaft area, okay? Because you don't want to have problems. Let's lay this down. Okay. Trigger back, trigger forward. Okay, not seeing any activity yet. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn it back on. Ah, there it goes. Okay, very good. So now steering dual rates. I'm going to turn it all the way up as well. Look at the servo move. See it move? Mm-hmm. Huh, interesting. I hope it's not broke. Okay, there's throttle. There's reverse. And by the way, you can see that little mechanism. Okay, so I don't know if that's like a clutch or what that is. Kind of assume it's a clutch of some sort. But either way, there you have it, guys. So you've got red lights or you've got blue lights, and it does match the color of the body. So I don't know which one you like better. But my thing would be whatever you can see the easiest, okay? So it looks like we've got police lights here, which is pretty cool. So that's really neat. Different angles there. And then obviously in the water, they're gonna look sweet. All right, guys, so without further ado, we're gonna get ourselves set up to rock and roll with these. If you wanna help support Brian Phillips RC, as usual, there's 4 or 5 different ways. The easiest, of course, watch the videos. Like the videos, click the bell for notifications when you subscribe so you can get updated all the time when there's new content. And we are always putting out new content all the time. In this case, we're reviewing not only some boats that were supposed to be done in the middle of winter in a pool outside, but we're gonna do them in a new pond, which is pretty cool. The pond is only half full, but we're still super excited, and the kids are killing us to get these going. So that's why we're doing this now. So then secondly, if you wanna help support us in other ways, obviously you can buy, whether it's an airplane or a boat or a weed whacker or a leaf blower, or whatever it is we happen to review. I mean, predominantly fixed wing aircraft, as you know from watching Brian Phillips RC, but we do bikes, we do all sorts of scooters and things like that. And we just love anything RC is super exciting to us. But full scale aviation is obviously in my blood, and I want to see it more. And so that's why we're going to build a runway after we get the damn runway done. That's going to be for RC. We're going to extend the main runway. We're going to have a helipad, and we're gonna have a full scale strip out there. So if you guys didn't already know that, that's all happening in the next few years. So we're hoping that you're gonna enjoy watching the process of that happening as we lay it out for you on the World Wide Web. So if you have questions, leave them in the comments below. Obviously the unbox build was super, super easy. These are pretty basic. Toy grade is kind of where I would put them. They're definitely not brushless motors, so don't buy everything that you hear online from the Chinese. Volantex usually has a pretty good reputation for being truthful about stuff like that. And my guess is they probably don't understand that they said the wrong thing. These are most definitely brushed motors, okay? So I can tell because there's only 2 wires coming out to them. I've never seen a brushless motor that has 2 wires. There's always 3, okay? So, well, actually get into huge brushless motors, it could be even more, but generally 3 in RC. So that being said, if you have questions, leave them in the comments below. Oh, and then also 4 other ways to support us. Super thanks on YouTube, YouTube members. Special thanks to you for being members with us and supporting us monthly. Patreon, thanks for being a Patreon member and supporting us in that way. And then PayPal for one-time donations. But at the end of the day, we still think firmly the best way you can support us is just buying amazing, cool products like this if it meets your fancy. If this isn't for you, we understand. There's only like 2,000 other videos that might wet your whistle better. And if that's the case, check out brianphillipsrc.com, and that's Brian with an I. It's actually all I's, Phillips, just like it's spelled wherever you're seeing it on Brian Phillips RC. So you can check that out. brianphillipsrc.com is our website. And then you can sort by type, manufacturer or affiliate, hobby shop, distributor, etc., whoever we worked with on a particular video to find the item you want.
I'll have to make a new category for boats.
That's right.
And if you click the link and it goes to X Hobby, and you're like, who is X
X Hobby? X Hobby is
Volantex.
the Volantex.
Yep. So
that's
if
right.
you need support, they have parts
Yep.
and stuff that you can't necessarily get on some of the other random websites where you might find their products.
That's right. And so we'll probably link to this one with a couple of different choices, right?
Yes.
So like we'll have like an Amazon link, and then we'll have an X Hobby link and things like this.
Yeah,
so sometimes when we work with the actual manufacturer, we will support their network of different distributors by showing links on where to get them. To us, it doesn't matter which one you use. We just want you guys to get something that you love. And the truth is, we're going to show you, I mean, we don't care what company we work with. If they give us BS information, we're going to tell you guys that too. And I don't think they really mean to do it to be deceptive. It's just that they don't understand any better. And that is something we found while doing airplanes and helicopters. I mean, we've done thousands of them. And our experience has been the most reputable brands don't make mistakes like that, but we're a little bit surprised that Volantex would do that. That's not usually what happens with their products, because we have a lot of Volantex stuff over the lines, and it usually starts out like Volantex and starts working down. Next thing you know, you're like at Ghoul RC or some other weird name.
Yeah.
And that's really how it works. So like if you're seeing this, you're like, man, that looks just like an e-sheen, or just like this, or just like that. They probably don't like us talking about all their competitors. But the truth is, there's a manufacturer, and then everybody just buys it from them. So it's not like they stole the design. I mean, sometimes they do, don't get me wrong. But a lot of times it's just all the same manufacturer making it, and they just brand it for different brands, and it's the same exact thing. Like they might pay a little bit more for like a little bit nicer transmitter, or maybe it's got like colored handle grips or some stupid random difference that you don't care about.
Yeah.
And so that's why we do this stuff, because when you watch the videos, you can see the intricate details that differentiate between one product line versus another product line. And that might be the difference between whether or not you pick one versus the other. So that's one of the bits of value that we bring on Brian Phillips RC, because we know when you go online, everything is made to look perfect.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, sometimes with these brands, they change stuff over time too.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this video, we'll do our very, very best to update you if there's changes And some of these planes we're doing, we're in like a version 4, which is crazy if you think about it.
Yeah.
All right, so hopefully we answered all your questions. Really cool, the Vector Racing. This one says 28, they're 28 race. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Maybe it's just supposed to be, you know, like how fast it goes.
Size class or something.
Size
I have
class?
no idea.
Yeah, maybe it's 128, I'm not sure. But it looks really cool. I'm excited
cool.
for it. And they are small guys, so they might actually work in a small pool. So maybe what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put it in our nasty pool and we'll put it in the pond. But you've already seen that because this falls at the end of the video, as you know, from watching Brian Phillips RC. And if you guys are a longtime supporter and you've been with us for a decade almost now, we really appreciate you guys helping us keep on the air, or whatever you call it when you're on YouTube. But we really do appreciate you guys being here with us. If you weren't coming back, we would quit doing this because even though we love it, our house is pretty full of planes, and our storage containers
Are also
plural,
pretty
full of airplanes, and our basement's full of airplanes. And we're trying, when we're done with the damn runway and the extension of the runway and the helipad, then there's gonna be another building that's gonna house even more airplanes. And part of the reason we do that is because we'll come back and do second thoughts. If you guys haven't figured that out yet, that's how we do it. So we don't just build them and fly them once, we'll build them and fly them a few times for videos over the course of the years. And then when stuff comes back in stock, we've got a chance to show, you know, what it's looking like. And then sometimes we just do comparisons. So, all right, hopefully we answered all your questions and then just a little bit more. And we appreciate you being here with us on Brian Phillips RC. Thanks for watching. Come back for more.